was Conan Doyle.
Yeah.
Conan Doyle. Okay. Give it some time. It's all about timing. Are we recording?
I am, yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's fine.
Okay. So we got number 1. So, yeah, don't touch the mic. All right.
I want to now.
Don't. Okay, so you're 1, 2. I'm gonna cut it off at a good time. Hello. It's the Viz Show. We're here. It's Saturday. It's 11. Welcome, everybody. It's a beautiful rainy day at Niagara Falls on Queen Street. I am so happy. I was looking so forward to today's show because I have 2 guests with me today. And I'm just so excited that you guys are here. Sheri from Mainly Niagara.
Hi.
Adam from Hidden Jackpots. Paint TV.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
We're very glad to be here.
Yes.
It's very good to see you.
Thank you for the coffee.
Of course.
Cheers.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
cheers.
Yeah,
More power
absolutely.
Adam doesn't drink hot drinks, which I don't
Oh, what's up
understand.
with that?
They
Adam.
make me hot. I don't know. Like I
I
get,
think that's kind of the point.
You gotta do a coffee review. Just be like, this coffee's making me
It's
hot.
It's hot.
that's it. That's my whole review. Sometimes I go to Starbucks and I'll just tell them, I'll be like, make me your favorite cold drink.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then, so what do you get? Like,
I don't know. They never tell me.
Frosty or something?
Something fruity. Sometimes it's like an iced coffee.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always a surprise and I don't think I've had the same drink twice.
There you go.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's cool. Well, I saw you last night, Sheri. We had such a blast.
It
at
was
Taps.
fun. It was fun. Yeah. Rob Burke always brings the party. He was hosting our fundraiser for Traveling Tales Canine Dog Rescue.
Yes.
Raised almost $500.
That's
So-
amazing.
That's
I wanted
awesome.
to know,
Yeah.
congrats, how much
Yeah.
that you brought in.
Yeah, well, and we did
Yeah.
a 50-50 draw, and the person donated the money. That the person who won donated the money back. So I
That's
thought that
awesome.
was
That
really
is
generous.
lovely.
Yeah.
Who won?
It was
who
actually
donated?
this group from the States just happened to be there.
No.
They spent $40 on raffle tickets, won, and then donated the money.
That
back.
is lovely.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so it was great. It was great. Like Rob brings it every time. He is such a beautiful soul and has such good positive energy. He really does. And I've done a few different karaoke's. Like this is the second one we've done at Taps, and last summer I was doing them at Camp Cataract with local Louie.
Oh,
And,
cool.
And every single karaoke night is the same. Like the first half hour, it's like, everybody's like, no, I'm too shy. And then a couple drinks in, they're like, sweet child, sweet child of mine. It's great. It's so fun to watch people transition and get comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I love it. It just brings out such goodness.
I was like, no way in hell I'm singing. And then
no,
I had some bar downs.
I'm like, give people what they want, Erin.
Yeah, and I bombed it. I sang Paramore, and it's like a really fast song.
Yeah,
like,
you
it's
did good.
But I was like, I can't do it. Like, I'm up there, I'm like, I can't finish this song. And then Jason brought me, him and his girlfriend, they were dressed up.
Yeah, Jason Wilson?
Yeah. They
He was
came
one
up
of our
to me
sponsors,
at the bar, and they gave me a bottle of wine. She's like, I really love that song, and you did such a good job. I want to give you this wine. And I was like, what?
Oh, that's great.
It was so, it was really nice.
That is nice.
Yeah. I was like, that's
a good
awesome.
bottle of wine, too.
It is.
Yeah,
it's so
it is.
pretty.
Yeah, and it's delicious.
It looks like really nice. Mm-hmm. So, it was a success, to say the least.
It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
It's
and
always
Katie
a good time.
sang, Little Mermaid, and, she gets all the soft songs, I love all that cheesy. And the guy with dressed in the gold.
The one that you got his number? Anyway, Alan, I believe. Yes. He was a Freddie Mercury, pretty spot on impression, and really kind of slayed it. It was next level. It really
he had the gold suit.
I know,
and everything.
Full gold suit. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
and he played the part and everything.
He really did. He really did. He could be
he
could be a front man in a tribute band.
For sure.
Yeah. It was
anyway,
great.
so let's go back to, we'll start with, I think, Adam. I want to ask you, like, going back, like, what, 20 years with Pain TV, right?
About 20 years
20
I started
years, wow.
Pain TV.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Right? Like,
wow.
and I remember you had hosts.
Yep.
So you had, like, Chris Culvert was one.
Then Bad News Steph.
Bad News Steph.
David Green. You were a host for a few episodes.
I remember once I was on shrooms
I remember that.
at a house party.
Yes, that was, I think.
I was fucking, like, yeah.
Was that the
And
Mannequin show?
It was.
I remember that.
I think it was, and I interviewed, like, Brett, James Underwood, and...
There was somebody else, too. I can't remember. But that was a night. That was a
It
night.
was so fun. It was, like, back in the day. Like, the community has been so different. It's changed and molded in so many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still the same faces still doing their thing.
There
Like,
is.
Adam, like,
Yeah.
right now, you've done Pain TV for so long. Like, who are some of your favorite interviews with Pain TV that people could go back and watch?
Oh, there were so many. Honestly, you know what?
Like, who was the one guy you're like, oh, I got this guy? Like, you interviewed, like, some sort of like a
Bill
celebrity?
Scarlett was one. These are, like, bigger bands. Like, I interviewed Danko Jones.
Cool.
And Die Mannequin was always great.
Nice.
Always great.
I was good friends with them.
Like, I was interviewing them, and the singer from Bill Scarlett called me. He's like, "You're late for our interview." I'm like, "Well, I'm talking to Kara right now. Can you just wait like 5 minutes?" But
Which is worth a lot now because she passed away.
yeah, unfortunately, that's sad. Yeah.
And the drummer, who was my friend Daz, passed away like 2 years ago. So, like, a lot of the band members have gone, and, you know,
That's the
after
thing,
they
too.
split, but
Like
yeah.
you see a lot, like just like I said, from over 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
you see a lot of people that like they're in this band and then they're in this band and then it's
Yeah.
like, I remember you in this band, and they're like, now I'm 40, I got like 3 kids, I'm not in any bands, right? But it's neat to see like the evolution of the people that you meet.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
And
like
you used to go to, like, would you go as Pain TV? You would go with your host to the show.
yeah.
Would you kind of sneak backstage, or would you just, like, hang out there and wait for them to come, or did you, like, call someone? Were you, like, one of those guys who's just like, we're gonna get this, we're gonna get an interview? You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
a bit of everything.
yeah.
Like there was a lot where I'd like contact the promoter first and be like, "Hey, do you care if we come film your show?" And then
Yeah.
I would contact the band separately on my own.
Right.
And then like other times, I would just show up.
And then, and also you guys would be at a lot of, like, local events.
Yeah, that's
Like-
the thing with Pain TV. I tried to focus mostly like on local bands.
Yep, like the Niagara Music Awards you would be at.
Yeah,
I remember.
those were good days.
Those were great times when we did.
That's what-
I'm Sheri. You should have been around for that.
Well, I was for the last one. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, okay.
I was aware. Yeah.
Yeah.
But is that no longer a thing?
Oh gosh, no.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
Because those were fun.
I know.
Yeah.
I started off as like a trophy model, and then it changed. Like the owners changed, they let it go. Then new people came in. Then we had I Mother Earth come on.
I don't
Yes.
remember that one.
Nathan, what's his last name? I'm sorry, I forget his name. Nathan and Todd took it over. And then myself and my friend Jill kind of took over. Then it was just me and Todd. And then that was when Dead Mouse came.
That's when
And
I
we
got the
honored-
interview. That was great.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he just pulled up like a Taps
Yeah.
in his car.
In his
Like
Ferrari.
his car was like a fucking Ferrari
Yeah.
with his girlfriend. And he was so like, he presented awards, he accepted an award.
That's so cool.
And and everyone was involved. In Eric, you know, from Taps, who's getting married today.
Today,
Ashley.
Congratulations,
Is
Eric.
a huge part of the community with
Massive,
Taps. He
yeah.
supports so many bands. He like pays out to them that come and play, like
Yeah.
because he's a musician himself.
Yeah.
But I just want to wish them a congratulations on their marriage today. And
Yeah, they're phenomenal human beings.
Eric was
are.
actually one that got like,
all the
right
events
behind
that
Pain
happen at
TV.
Taps are a huge part of everything.
Yeah,
Right?
they're very
That
integral to the
outside,
community.
inside, you know, we've done parking lot, you know, cool.
The craft shows they have.
The
like
craft.
Vendor
Was it the
markets.
Brew and Brows they have?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Things like that. Everything.
So-
Christmas markets.
So then, going back to Sheri now with Mainly Niagara. So tell us a little bit how you started out. Why did you start Mainly Niagara, and when?
Yeah, so it was kind of a seed of an idea back in like 2018. I was living down in the Main and Ferry area, and I've never really lived in one place long enough to feel a sense of community, and as I was like kind of walking down Main Street, I would like go and like into like some of the little restaurants there, there's like a lot of little hidden gems, just like here on Queen Street. Main Street has those too.
You mean hidden jackpots? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to throw that in.
You gotta plug it, right?
Continue.
And so I would get to know these owners, and then 6 months later they would be closed. It would stay vacant for a couple of months.
We're live on Mainly Niagara.
Nice. Hi, Mainly Niagara.
Here's our lady.
Hello.
And then a new owner would come in, and I was like, man, the turnover rate here is like, it's difficult to watch. And I thought, what can I do to help? And I had just gotten my social media marketing certificate. I was doing some social media marketing. So I thought, I'll just go, and I canvassed that whole area. There's, I think, 78 businesses at the Main and Ferry BIA, canvassed every single one. And there were two things that I heard predominantly. One, I don't know social media and I don't want to learn, because a lot of the businesses that are staying, have stayed there, have been there for 3-4 decades, and they have an older client base, and they are older themselves and don't want to learn.
Out of touch with what the movement
That's right.
of social media has just been like the way we live.
Exactly, and I can understand why it's overwhelming, right?
Oh yeah.
And then the other thing I heard was, we're just so tight for money right now. We're trying to keep the lights on. So come back in 6 months when we've got a few people through the door and we've got a little extra money. And I'm mad, it's so backwards, because the whole point of marketing is to get people through the door, right? And so I thought, what can I do to make it an affordable option where I don't have to go and create your Facebook page and your Instagram account. I'll just send a photographer to go and take pictures, and then you pay me like a minimal fee in order to be featured on my page, and then I'll basically do the promotion for you, but at a fraction of the cost. It would, if I was doing it directly for
which is amazing,
right? So that was the inception of it. But then it's kind of morphed into something that I wasn't expecting, and it's kind of full circle here that I'm talking to both of you, because one thing that I found was happening was I was having people reach out, and the first person was local Louis Stranges, and he said, I love what you're doing, how can I be a part of it? And at that time his family was running the Gino's Pizza on Lundy's Lane, and I had no real connections on Lundy's. So my initial thought was, hey, this is a guy who's connected, has business on Lundy's, maybe he could help me promote and sell Mainly Niagara on Lundy's. And I was like, no. So I said to Louis, what do you want to do? Like, what's something you want to do? He goes, well, I would love to promote on-site events. And I said, okay, let's get you a camera, let's get you a mic, and let's start promoting you at community events.
Makes it so fun.
Yeah, so I just started sending him out to things, and
go here, local Louis.
Yeah, and that's literally how it started. And I'd reach out to actually. The first gig that I got him was the Kenny versus Spenny at the warehouse.
Amazing.
And I reached out to Kenny Hotz directly. And I was like, hey, can I send my guy? He's like, yeah, absolutely. We'll give him backstage passes. He got an exclusive interview with both of them behind the scenes. I mean, it was really kind of cool. And then COVID hit, and then we sort of had to transition pretty quickly. But I then started doing events like online events, like online vendor markets. We did things like the dinner table, where we would support a local business, like Taps, for example. Right. We would put out the word to say, hey, we're order from Taps this Thursday. We will pick up and deliver to you free. And then, so my nephew was my delivery service, and then we would provide a Zoom link, and then people could come on to the Zoom, and we'd have a chat. So it's kind of like we're eating around the table from the same restaurant.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah, it was
so
fun.
Creative,
that is,
Sheri.
We did a bunch of things like
so
that.
Creative.
It genuinely comes from a heart. Really, I can truthfully say that it does. And so
I can vouch for that. Yeah.
I stopped trying to, like, especially during COVID, it wasn't about making money. It was just about showing up for the community.
Saving it.
What can I do?
You were at
right?
a loss,
you know,
with
and
COVID for sure.
And there was no
street,
community connection.
The street was just like,
oh my
businesses
gosh,
were shutting down.
It was hard to watch.
Yeah. It was a hard time.
It really was. And so I thought, and the other thing that I'm really proud of is, like, when, you know, because COVID, like, things started shutting down around, like, March 15th. And then I'm seeing all my friends who are gearing up for their tours, going, oh, man, I just had to, you know, cancel my tour. So we've got people like Jess Wilson and Katie Gatta and Ryan Lunn and, like, these big names who are, like, you know, all of a sudden have no plans.
Nowhere to go.
And they're at home, and I'm like...
Nowhere for their art to go.
Right, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So I reached out to Kevin Jack from WeStream, and I was like, there's an opportunity here to, like, showcase local musicians who literally are free. Nobody's booked to do anything. And so within 12 days, we did this thing called Livestream Niagara. And it was, like, sort of the first... Actually, it was the first live stream concert in Ontario.
No.
Awesome.
Like, it was a 2-hour concert. And because it was 12 days after everything shut down from COVID. It was March 27th.
Wow.
Dave Green hosted it, which, you know, he brings his people to and his energy. Yeah. And we had phenomenal, we had a phenomenal list of people. It was just next level. And so that sort of, like, you know, kind of put me a little bit more on the map. And then from there, it's just been, now I've become, like, what I've learned from Louis is that, like, because then I'd have a photographer come to me and be like, I love what you're doing. And I'm like, what do you want to do? Well, I'd love to grow my photography business. Okay, go take product photos at this place, you know? Mm-hmm. And then I'm helping them build a portfolio.
Yeah.
And so my current photographer, it's kind of a funny story there. His name is Ron, and he had reached out to me during COVID.
Ron, who I saw last night at Kelly's bar.
Really?
And he says hi, by the way.
Oh my gosh, I love him. He was
actually going to come this session and take photos, or my next one with the cocktails.
Oh, nice.
He's going to come and he wants to feature the Viz, like me.
Oh my gosh,
so
I love that. Oh.
He was just sitting there, and I was like,
beautiful human. Beautiful human.
He is.
But, like,
he's got some cool stories.
Really
he's
cool.
Done some cool shit.
He's in the music biz up there too.
I know.
Like, yeah.
You wouldn't even know. Like,
you wouldn't.
Like,
he's such a humble, laid back guy.
When he started telling me, I was like, no, you don't. He's like, yeah. I've done photography for this and this and, you know, this. I'm like, get out of here. That's so wicked.
Yeah. So I looked at his profile, and I was like, there's so much Niagara-based stuff here. And so I was like, yeah, and I had no idea how old he was. I had assumed, because I just had a guy named Preston Sibley reach out to him, who's like a 17-year-old kid from St. David, who's just like, I want to, like, be a part of the community. So he was doing online interviews with you know, local business owners. So I had assumed Ron was like 15 years old, and so I'm talking to him, like, I'm like, hey, you want to make $15 an hour, like, and he's like, sure, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm giving this kid his start in photography, right? And then,
little Ron.
I know. And then I meet him, and he's like 45 at least, and he's like
hey,
a touring agent with Big Machine Records, and he's like this, like, kind of, like, you know, big guy, but he really was just a photographer who wanted to grow his platform as a photographer. And so he did a bunch of stuff for me, and now he started a thing called Model Citizen Niagara.
Yes.
So that's probably what he wants to profile you for.
That's what yes.
Yeah.
Which is really cool that he does that.
And so I love that. So now he's Model Citizen, you're Hidden Jackpots, you're the Viz Show, and Louis is now Local Louis.
We got little Ivy in there with
she's the best.
She's a little star, right?
She is. She's very natural.
She is.
Yeah, she is. She's great.
She loves she wants to act. Like,
of course she does. I can totally see that.
Can we order a pizza at Zappy's?
Oh my God, it's the best.
I know, and I get so busy, like with Ivy now that she's older. It's just like go, like with work. Now that everything's back to normal, like with work and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try. I have this vision of what I'm gonna send you for photos, and I'm like, okay, it's not exactly what I wanted, but I'll do my best. And you make it good. Like you made the Zappy's real.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. She's
real.
really, really fun. She's really fun.
She loves it.
She seems to.
We've been to the painted turtle. We did the hand thing, remember?
Yes.
We did, which is not there anymore.
I'm very sad.
Yeah, we've done so many things. The apothecary.
The Creekside's ice cream.
She loved the chicken. What was that?
Chicken coop.
Chicken coop. Oh my gosh, you could play it. Yeah, we've had a blast with it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And
it's
so,
for her, like I bond with her in Goldie's museum.
Oh, that's right.
The pictures she took of her were like insane.
So good.
We've been so lucky. So I just want to thank you in person
God,
on the show for like
involving
Ivy and I, because it's been an adventure, and sometimes we can't do it, but like we've enjoyed it so much. Like not every kid gets to do that. So
it's great, and it's good for me too, because it keeps me relevant, because I can't go out to everything all the time.
Yeah.
And I want to send people, because I'm not particularly comfortable in front of a camera. So I'm like, go, do your thing. And I've got about 6 people now, a little roster, including the 2 of you.
Yeah. So,
both of you have access to my page. You go to an event, you live stream it for me, and I'm like, I should be saying thank you to both of you. I've so enjoyed collaborating with you. Yeah, it is all the way around, I think.
The one thing that I love about Mainly Niagara is that you do have all these other people that do go to the events, so you're getting different perspectives from different people.
Yeah.
Like it's me, I go by myself. Like you go with Ivy.
Yeah.
And it's different perspectives. On
and there's been some, not to be negative, but there's been some. If I didn't have a good experience, I'll tell Sheri, and I'll be like, I wouldn't promote this.
And I have
to be honest. Like I'm
that's
honest.
Right. And I tell people because I'll reach out and say, hey, can we send somebody? And I'll say, we do not post negative reviews, but we only post honest ones. Yes. So if you're comping us our food and we can't promote it, like I'll pay them the cost of the food. And just because I feel an obligation to only promote reputable businesses. And I've actually even had paying clients who I then found out, like there was a tattoo parlor. And then I found out that they don't properly sanitize their needles, and it's like, okay,
stuff like
bye.
That.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I had another one that was very homophobic,
if you want to send
and I
me
was
to
like, nope.
Oh no!
Like no, I'm not going to promote that.
If you want to send me to a tattoo parlor, honey, I'll get the Mainly fucking tattoo on me. See, that was a swear. That was natural.
Yeah.
Friggin' roast.
Neil the M.
So
we should all get little M tattoos. Who can we go to? Who can promote this? Come on.
Well, we're right across the street from.
Tattoo You.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm due for another one. I've been thinking about it a lot. I'm like, I'm gonna buy my own gun. Like I need to do it myself.
Practice on yourself.
Yeah.
You've got a lot. You've got a lot going on there.
I do, but it's not enough. It's been forever. It's been years, like pre-COVID, since I've gotten. Oh no, actually, this one that says "ew," that's during COVID. But anyways, yeah. So you have you have a good repertoire and like integrity.
Thank you.
Behind Mainly Niagara, and I think that's what keeps us all so solid and moving forward, is because people want to trust something. Yeah. They want to trust like your vision and your promotion and make it like a positive space.
Totally. Yeah.
And it's fun. Like when I go to like say Zappy's and I tell the girl I'm with Mainly Niagara, and they're like, they get all excited.
I love that.
It's it's promoting it.
Yeah,
and promoting their business, and they love it. Like the hair place on what is it, Main and Ferry? The guy, what was it?
Oh, that barber shop?
The barber shop.
Oh, the Falls.
They were
barber,
like so
I love that guy, Errol.
He was just like, oh yeah, like tell me stories. I was like, is this a movie? Like
It's great.
It's
and
just, like,
and
so
of course
fun.
they appreciate it because we're not I don't charge anymore. I haven't charged since before COVID.
Right.
I mean, eventually I would like to monetize it because I mean, you guys, you know, the most that I can offer you at this point
I
is
know.
comped food. And
But
I do
it's
want to get
an
to a point where I can
experience.
monetize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
know.
do love the food too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Adam, okay, so let's talk about
Yeah.
like some of the craziest food like that you've
Oh.
had. Okay, so are you the kind of person that will try anything?
Yeah. I will
Like,
try
you will
anything
eat
once.
if they said like, okay, this is a like an eyeball of something. Would
I
you
probably
eat it?
would.
Ah,
There was
No.
one time I did not eat something, and I was at a Chinese buffet, or was it Chinese? I can't remember if it was Chinese, but it was like real Chinese food, and
Right.
they had this thing called Phoenix Claw. I was like, oh, what's that? So I put it on my plate. Just didn't really look at it. When I got back to my table, I realized it was a chicken foot,
oh right.
and I couldn't eat the chicken foot.
Ooh.
I
That
just
sounds
don't
like
see
dim
the-
sum. Was it like a dim sum situation? Because I know that's usually on
I
a dim
just
sum
don't see the
menu.
point in eating a chicken foot. Like there's other things.
There's no
you
meat
can
on it.
eat.
It's just like I don't
Right?
know. I was just like I couldn't do it. But other than that, like I'll pretty much try anything once.
Would you eat anything alive?
No. Well, actually, I think I had.
Let it out. Go for it.
So sorry.
No, I turned off your mic. You're muted.
No, I didn't.
Let
I've
it- it's
never had
okay.
anything alive.
Okay, so you have been to, what are some of your favorite, let me see, I'm going to ask you your top 5 places in Niagara to eat.
Top 5.
Top 5, because there's a few.
You know, there's a lot of places. I gotta say, Zappy's has the best pizza.
Nice,
They
nice.
really, honestly, me and Ivy can crush a tray.
And I just I do have to plug Zappy's because Zappy's is another one of those community places. I do their social media marketing, and they are so involved in the community. There's a lot of things that I'm not even allowed to post, but they do a lot. They give back. So if you want to support a business that supports the community, Zappy's is the place. And they've been around for 52 years, so obviously they're doing something right.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway.
Yeah, and even dining in there is like fun.
Yeah, it's
Because
a vibe.
It's a
Yeah.
Italian vibe, and they have
Yeah.
a game there that Ivy loves to play. It's for free. She can play that old
It's
school
very
game.
family friendly. You can
Oh, it's
take
lovely.
your kid
It
and
smells so good.
Oh, yes.
so good.
The smell. Ugh.
Kids can make their own pizza, which is really fun. They'll bring out
Yeah.
the dough and the topping and the cheese
And
and,
it's
the
so
sauce and let you
fresh.
play. Yeah.
But I asked, I'm like, that's the sauce is my like, what's in the sauce, man? It's so good. And he told me the secret. But I'm
He
not.
did?
He said part of it. Yeah, I know.
But don't say it on air.
I can't.
Wow.
But all I know, actually, I make pasta sauce a lot. I'm actually gonna make it today. But I learned a couple new little tricks. for it.
Nice.
I won't give it away.
Well, they even their dough is freshly proofed every day, and it's
melts in your
created
mouth.
from like multi-generational Italian recipes, right?
Yes.
And so they've passed on their family recipes, and I don't think they've changed in 50 years. Like
That's amazing.
I know, and it's a family-run business. It's the
It's so
father
good. I
started
want
it, and now
pizza
the
right
son is
now.
running it.
I want it right now.
Starting to
I
get
can't
hungry.
talk about it
Starting to get
anymore.
hungry.
Okay, so Zappy's is
Zappy's.
one.
Zappy's.
So,
I like one of my favorites is WTF Burger.
oh
Been
yeah.
there. We the Finest.
I haven't been.
Burger Company?
I haven't
I haven't
had.
either.
Do they have like the knife through the burger kind of burger?
No, they
Like-
do smash burgers.
Oh, smash burgers are so good.
And there's usually a couple patties and onion rings. Like you can get anything. I did their Nashville hot chicken sandwich,
Ooh.
and he said I wouldn't be able to handle it. I handled it.
Nice.
It was hot, and I started sweating during the review. But
No way.
I did it, yeah. And I like that place. The owner's very cool. What
Yeah.
else is there? I do love Taps.
Yes.
I don't have any specific favorite dish there. I just-
People were getting served food last night, and I was looking at the plates because I always look at plates when they're being served to other people. I'm like, what did they get? And they look stacked.
The nice thing about
Like,
Taps
they-
as well is they have some great vegan options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for a pub, like, and it's
That's
not
hard
just a
to
salad.
find.
It's like they have legit vegan food.
True.
Yeah. So
Because Ashley is vegan.
yes,
And
Eric, too.
so she wanted to do the whole place vegan. I
really.
think. I think.
Oh, interesting.
I'm pretty sure. But yeah, they have like good vegan options for people who can donate meat.
I think the first one that you did for Mainly Niagara was Austin's. You had
Yes.
the BBLT.
That was delicious
How much-
too.
yeah,
That,
yeah.
the bread they use, I don't know if they make their own bread there, but that Oh, good.
So you can find your reviews on YouTube, right? Hidden
Yep.
Jackpots.
YouTube.com/Hidden Jackpots.
And so everyone subscribe to that.
Yes, I can
And
use
then-
all the subscribers.
And I also
Yes.
have to shout out his food truck reviews. He does a lot of food truck reviews
Food trucks
too.
are amazing.
Yes, the World Street Food Tour on Montrose Road.
Oh,
So good.
really?
Yeah, that
What did
place.
you have?
I've been there a few
I love
times.
food.
They have steak. You can on Saturdays you can text them and order steaks. I forget how much they are. I think they're like $12 for 6 or 8 ounce.
Wow, you can't beat that.
No, and he cooks them perfect.
Wow.
Really?
Perfect. Yeah.
How do you eat your steak though?
Medium.
I do medium rare.
Medium rare, yeah.
Yeah.
And a little bit of blood in
A little
it.
A
bit.
little bit, but
I'm an animal.
yeah. If you get a chance to check that place out, his fries are delicious.
So okay, can
Wow.
we? I'm on the hunt, and I think I found it. It was actually 420 had the best steak sub in the region. But do you know? I'm on the hunt for the best steak sub because I've had bad ones.
Mm.
where
I've
I never
heard
go
Frank's
back.
Pizzeria is good.
I've had bad ones before.
I mean, we already covered
Okay.
Zappy's, but Zappy's has a mean steak sub.
Do they?
They really do. Yeah, they have
Someone
amazing.
Message me if they know if they're listening where they've had the best. I'm thinking it's Welland or something would have like the best. I thought there's a sub place in Welland that's like.
What about Garrison's?
I haven't had Garrison's in so long,
Neither have I. It's been years.
but it's all about portion. Or there was that. Was it Shelley's subs?
Yeah, I reviewed their. I just had no sorted sub there.
Cheryl's?
Cheryl's.
She sells out on a regular basis.
She
Her subs are
stacks
amazing.
Actually, that is probably the best steak sub I've had in the city. Is hers.
I had
She
her
stacks
hot,
it.
Yeah.
hot roast beef sandwich. It was phenomenal.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorites.
yeah, she's killing it. She really is.
I just
Yeah.
had an assorted sub from there, and like it was literally 2 pounds.
Oh yeah,
Seriously,
Yeah.
my kid wants to go to Subway. They put like 3 pieces of
Yeah.
meat on it, and they charge me like $10. I'm like, listen, honey,
And
this is robbery.
if I can also say, like on that note, that's actually something that I really wanted to do with Mainly Niagara, because one thing that I was finding, and it still drives me crazy, like even when my friends from Hamilton come down, they'll be like, oh yeah, we went to IHOP, and I'm like, what are you doing going to IHOP
Right?
for a $20 pancake that's mediocre at best, when there's a place like the Highlight Diner on Queen Street,
People
you get
need to
a
know.
way better meal for half the price
And
without the
experience.
tourist tax, and it's like there's such a disconnect between the tourists and the locals in this city.
I think that's the
And
mainly thing about Niagara, Mainly Niagara, is that you're promoting local.
Yes,
Because
yeah.
everybody has the IHOP. We're such an interesting city, right?
We really are.
With the
Yeah.
tourism industry, and it's literally like so close to where we are. We're kind of on the outskirts of it. I'm finding though now a lot more people are interested in coming to this little spot here. Like it used to be like Lundy's Lane
Mhm.
because of what was that one breakfast place that they don't Falls Manor. Everyone used to go there all the time.
Falls Manor.
Now the Highlight is like packed
It's jumping all the time.
all
yeah.
the time for breakfast and
Yeah.
everything. There's like lineups out the door.
I always see that. They usually come down
Yeah.
here for drives on like Saturday mornings, and they see the people out
We need
there.
more places like that on Queen Street where people are like lining up to come in and like.
Yeah, I mean, you have to stick around long enough to earn your reputation. That's the thing, is like
Yeah.
you've got these flagship businesses that kind of like, carry the street, because like you've got Paris Crepes, you've got Taps, you've got
Camp.
Camp.
Their
Camp's
Their pizza's dynamite.
phenomenal.
Camp's pizza?
Don't tell anybody. I've never been there.
No.
Oh my god!
Hey, can me and Adam
Adam.
we're gonna do a Mainly Niagara review, but us both. Okay.
Yes.
We're gonna get a pizza and
Yes.
we'll be like
I heard it's really
char
good.
cupped,
Oh, the
I'm
cup and char pepperoni.
cup and char.
like, it's to a point where I'm not sure we can be friends
I
anymore.
know. When I said that,
I'm
I
gonna
felt like I
cancel
should
this
just
show.
leave.
And
We're just-
it's a vibe too. Like they've got.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know it's under new ownership now, but Adam
Oh,
and
they're
Katie
great.
started something very special there.
They did.
It is
and
phenomenal.
Courtney and
Brian,
Brian,
Mhm.
thank you.
I'm going there tonight. Actually,
Are you?
Yeah, I am. Yep. I'll be there
What's
tonight.
happening there tonight?
Nothing. I just have
Oh.
some friends coming from Hamilton, and we're
Beautiful.
going there. Yeah.
Oh, God, get the pizza. They got.
Of course, pizza, and we're trying their gourmet hot dogs. I'm going to do a review for Mainly Niagara.
Oh, nice!
yeah.
Oh,
so hey, you guys want some pizza? Come to Camp Cataract tonight.
Yeah,
I'll give you a
that's
piece.
fun. They've kept it alive though. The vibe. They've kept it alive, and they've added more of like a punk rock. Like they have punk nights and stuff. We need that in Niagara Falls.
I love that.
Yeah.
There's a few little places. Have you guys ever been to Local on Main Street? It's another place. It's a tiny little place, but they bring in some phenomenal bands, and they have just they only serve local beers and wines, and
that's amazing.
Just really good people that run that too, and that's
Nathan
the thing.
Warner,
Steve Kellerman.
Yeah,
just it's such a cool
Bye guys,
place.
we're gonna say goodbye to the live. Bye.
Bye. Ciao.
So there's a lot of these little places around Niagara that I just want more people to know about, because it is, once you get invested, and I'll tell you, I had a hard time coming down Queen Street yesterday, because I haven't, as both of you guys know, I haven't been living in Niagara Falls for a couple of months.
Ottawa.
Yes. I'm living at my family farm near Ottawa, but I very much consider this my home. I'm coming back, coming down Queen Street, it's like Queen Bean Cafe closed. Oh, that was hard. Jeffro's closed last year. I mean, I can't even talk about that.
I was
almost
talking
crying.
about that last night with my friend Andrea, how we miss our friends, like walking
That's
in there
hard,
and just
yes.
like how, you know what it was? It was like you could sit at the bar, but you're still open to the stage.
Yes.
Like it was all one.
Yes.
And all the crew that would be there, and it's just
and they
like
had the best burger, and their brisket was phenomenal. You know, and then Painted Turtle closed. I've seen a few different places that have shut down. DJs on Queen. I mean, their RT Pizza now, which is getting phenomenal reviews. That's a place I haven't been. Have you been to RT?
Yes,
I have.
Dave Green and I did a review for that
nice.
place. Yeah, that was.
You get a slice for $5.
Yeah.
It's like a quarter of a tray.
I mean,
they get a tray and they
good.
literally cut it into 4, and that's like your slice.
Wow,
it's for
really?
$5.
I mean,
so
you can't find that anywhere.
No.
And I see them on Restaurants of Niagara, people promoting them all the time. So and like now Jeffro's is Havana. I'm actually, after we go to camp tonight, I'm going to go to Havana, Niagara.
Oh.
Check that place out. So I like to see the new places pop up, but I also know it's on the grave of another business that I supported.
I know,
like DJs on Queen was hard for me to see that go. And then Crazy Macaw's and the Fabric Place, they closed down too, and it's like, you know,
the Fabric Place?
Yeah.
Oh, that's old school.
I know, it hurts my heart sometimes.
But we got the White Whale too as a great
oh my gosh.
for shopping. Joe finds like the craziest shit. Like he's like the best vintage collector guy.
That's the place that you could go and just get lost in for an hour.
Nostalgic.
I know, it's like you walk in there and I'm like, oh my god, this is my childhood.
It's
right?
It's like your grandma's
it's true.
basement.
Oh my god, that's such a good definition of it.
The games, the toys, like the records he gets, like it's insane. And he always gives me a good, like, you know, well, because for front, like,
you're a part of the community.
His dad
you
sits
are
out
Queen
of there,
Street community.
sits outside, and he goes, Ivy. He sees Ivy, he goes, what do you want? You go get whatever you want in there. Like, she doesn't need any more shit.
And his cat, Penny, I mean, it's just like literally a part of the store.
Penny is our doll.
I know.
Love her. We love her. She's always on Mr. Ivy's like, where's Penny?
I remember when, I think it was a couple of years ago, like, he'd lost Penny, and, like, Queen Street, like, exploded. It was like, where's Penny?
Yeah, it was bad. And then, like, where was she? I don't even remember.
But she was found, thankfully.
Yes.
So, yeah, there's a lot of beautiful little places down here that I just, especially being that we're so close to the bus station, it's like, we need some freaking signage down at the bus station. Although, I'm sure you guys have both heard of On Queen Street.
Yeah.
They created a map of Queen Street.
I have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's cool.
And I think now it's at the bus station, which is great.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I know. That's something that's desperately been needed.
Absolutely. So. Yep. So, going forward with Mainly Niagara, what do you hope to do with it? Like, where do you see yourself even in like a year, 5 years?
Yeah. Well,
Do you have some plans in the works?
I do. So I've started doing some Mainly Niagara events. They're usually fundraisers for, something local to the community. So I'll be continuing to do event planning and promotion, and then I actually want to start a magazine. So that's the next step. Probably I'm sort of aiming for fall of next year,
Cool.
2024. So what I had found is that so I want to go completely online. So I don't have to worry about distribution costs and
It's kind of good for the environment as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then if you're putting a magazine in a doctor's office and then somebody takes it, well, no one else can read it. Where if I have my QR code there, it's like I know what's happening locally in Niagara. Scan here,
Yes.
and then so I've reached out because I've built a lot of relationships with restaurants and coffee shops in Niagara region, and so I just was kind of putting out the feelers to say, like, if I did this and had like a scannable code that would you put this on your table in your restaurant, and I think out of 50 people I got one no, like so I thought, okay, that's something that I can actually pursue. And then hopefully that will draw more attention, because while you're waiting in the doctor's office, your hotel room, your coffee shop, wherever, I would scan something that said what's happening locally.
Yep.
And then the nice thing about that is then I can then at the end of the month turn around and give that restaurant the marketing information to say, this is where the scan of your came from,
right. See where the most traffic is coming
that's right.
in.
So then they know how to market to their audience, and then they're also showing they're promoting local by having that in their restaurant, and then kind of gets the word out about what's happening on a local level. So that's sort of my big picture. But obviously I need to get some funding behind it, but so I'll be applying for an arts and culture grant, but
oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyone listening, please follow Mainly Niagara. And I'm going to, if I want to know what's happening in the city, I just click on your stories. And it's like bing, 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 contests.
Yeah,
events.
I try to stay on top of my stories.
The cabaret on the 27th.
Yes.
With Lady Luck. I know, that's a cool event too.
Yes, that's a super cool event. So I will have to quickly plug it.
Obviously. Are tickets on sale right now?
They are, yes.
How much is a ticket?
$55.
Okay.
But again,
But this is like an experience.
Honestly, I know it's a bit
show.
of a price, but it is gonna 100% be worth it. So there's 6 professional dancers from Toronto, and it's a curated show, which is run by this woman named Ivory, and it's all about body celebration. So there's it's diversity. There's people of color, there's heavier set people, there's a man, so it's like and it's not like a strip show by any means. It's like I mean,
you never know where the night goes, Sheri. We gotta sell this.
It's burlesque,
it can be risque.
Yeah, it's risque, but it's not a strip show. I mean, there's a difference.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
like everyone's gonna take their clothes off after a performance.
No.
There might be one. Wait,
so
you have to get tickets to find out.
But it is a legit show. Ivory is also a fire breather, so she's going to be doing fire breathing, and it's a whole thing. And that also the price also comes with a free drink. So
amazing.
And then you're also supporting TAPS, which is a phenomenal.
And supporting, I believe it's going to a charity. Is there a charity involved?
Yes, yeah. So you obviously know Jen McCready, who runs
she's
Lady
been
Luck.
on the show. She's been on this show, and she's done.
I went to high
she
school
does.
with her.
You did, yeah. So you guys go way back too.
Way back. I don't want to say how many years.
She's all about
body positivity,
self-love.
Yes, and mental health advocacy.
So if you are interested in that kind of thing and want a night that, I think you would walk away from this cabaret on the 27th feeling good.
Oh, 100%. It's very empowered. Absolutely, and that's the word Jen uses to describe it. It's empowering.
Yeah.
So it's raising funds for her new thing, which is called Sticks and Stones.
Okay.
It's an anti-bullying initiative, which is it's come from her passion of having been bullied and having to survive that, and then sort of wanting to create something that she wishes she would have had when she was a kid. And so what it basically is a parent or a guardian can apply on her website, projectsticksandstones.ca. And you can, if you have a child between the ages of 6 and 16 who has been bullied or is struggling with bullying, you can send in like an application and tell a little bit about their story. Jen is not going to turn anybody away. Then what that will do is then she will call and speak with the child with the accompaniment of the guardian and find out what they like, and then she's going to set up a photo shoot that's themed in what that child loves, and she's trying to also make it like have a limo pick them up from school, have a party. Like, so the child feels celebrated.
Yes.
Which I think is just a phenomenal idea.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
It really is. So that's what the money is going towards.
All right.
And so she's also
TAPS.
looking for sponsors as well.
TAPS in Niagara Falls. I'm looking for sponsors too. We need sponsors. We need people to support people.
We need people
Jen,
to support the people who are supporting the community.
I'll sponsor this. I'll sponsor the event.
You'll sponsor?
I'll be part of it. Yeah.
Amazing.
I'll do what I can.
Yeah. All right.
Do what I can.
We'll
talk.
We'll connect. Yes.
We'll talk.
Thank you, Erin. Appreciate that.
Yeah. So that's exciting. And then for hidden jackpots, what do you see in the future with? What's your goal with hidden jackpots? Do you want it to
just to get word out about Niagara Falls, really?
Yeah.
Like I've lately, it hasn't been so much about food reviews. It's been more events that I've been covering, which is also fun.
Are you going to be at another? What's your next event?
The next event so far will be Frightmare in the Falls.
Ooh.
Yeah. So fun.
That should be fun. Yeah.
I've always been curious about that, so I'm.
Yeah, we just did Comic-Con with David Green again.
That's right. You did
you
Slider
meet?
Fest for me as well.
Who did he
Was
interview?
Steve Buscemi there?
No, I didn't see him. We interviewed
I thought he was. Oh no.
the little kid from E.T.
Oh really?
He's not a little kid
He's
anymore,
not little
but
anymore, yeah.
Dave interviewed him. We got to see the Trailer Park Boys, which is pretty cool. But
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Frightmare in the Falls. We just do like some of the vendors because they do have some local.
Frightmare in the Falls? What is it?
It's like a horror convention.
So where is that? Is that at?
That's at the convention center, Niagara Falls Convention Center.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, and I do have to really commend you because I think you found a way to draw people. Like you'll do things like, hey, here's the parking secrets, where you can get good parking. And I mean, those blow up, right?
Those are my most viewed videos, to be honest. The parking tips.
What is the parking tips? Let's share some.
So, my first video, I just went around like the tourist district and just looked for like the cheapest parking and give people tips like the parking lots that you see down there with the people holding out the signs. It's like, get your parking spot early when it's $5 because at 12 o'clock it's going to be $25.
Yes.
And then also with the Niagara Parks Commission parking pass.
Yes.
That's only $40.
I get that every year.
$40 for a
so
full year
worth it.
for 18 parking lots. Or you can pay $35 at the Table Rock for one day.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
It's such a deal.
That video was featured on Blog.to.
Oh, no way.
And then
Good
a couple
for
weeks
you.
later, the Parks Commission changed their rules.
Really?
Why?
Yeah.
What did they change them to?
So now you have to be an Ontario resident. You can't just
Oh, I see.
buy it from anywhere. Like I had people from the U.S. asking me, they're like, "We're coming down in a couple weeks."
Oh, no
Like,
way.
Yeah,
eh?
you can't pick it up in person anymore. You have to have it mailed out.
That's right, because the first one I picked up and then I had to wait for it to come in the mail. And so I guess, they have limits to these things.
Really?
So that video I did is kind of obsolete now. I put the changes in the description of the video, so hopefully
But
people read that.
I love that you have a way to draw the audience, and then you've got an audience then, and you can say, here's a local business, by the way, you know what I mean? And it's really smart.
Yeah.
And you've grown, he's almost at 2,000 followers on YouTube.
No way.
Yeah.
1,600 right
Is it monetized now?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You know how much I've made?
What?
Nothing yet. But I'm not in it for the money. I'm in
It's
it
all
to get
about
the
the
word out
building.
about Niagara Falls. And like you said,
YouTube is such a like, you think about all the channels that are on YouTube, it's, like, insane to think of all, like, everything that's out there.
There is everything.
To stand out in that cesspool
it's tough.
of videos.
Yeah.
Because there's a video for everything.
There
It's
is.
insane what you find, what my kid find. It's just a whole other world.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. So subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Adam. Subscribe to mine. Subscribe to Mainly Niagara. Do we have a YouTube? Do you have a YouTube?
Yeah, I've got 5 followers on YouTube. I mean, I'm not promoting it. It's just
you can
I
only
like
do
to
so
have
much. Like
a place where videos can live.
your hands
That's really.
here. Like it's hard to keep up with like the Instagram, the TikTok.
You kind of have to choose what your platforms are, and but especially when you're doing it by yourself. Like I think we're all. Like we work collaboratively together, but we're all working our platforms by ourselves for the most part, you know?
Yeah.
But no, I really have to commend both of you because like you guys have been around in the Niagara community for longer than I have, and you both have solid reputations, and you both are very genuinely invested.
With some people.
Gonna make me cry.
No, but
you gotta
it's
have
true.
some haters, Sheri. You're not popular.
I told you both of these things. Both of you, I've said this
I
privately
appreciate
too, but
you
it's true.
immensely.
It's true. You guys show up for the community. You're invested. It's a heart investment. It's not just what can I get out of it.
Yeah.
And that's why I love working with you guys because your heart is so pure. You know, and I just really want to commend you.
that.
Thank you.
Yes,
I
thank you
believe
very
that
much.
too.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, do you want a Kleenex?
No, but it's true. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, and I look forward to everything in the future with where it's going because I can't think of anything else that tops Mainly Niagara with the community outreach that you have, right? You should be immensely proud of the way you've grown, the respect you have for it, and all of that. And,
That's really kind of you. Thank you.
Not every region has someone who does these things, who cares that much about the community. And the community is everything. Like they say, you know what? This sounds weird, but the biggest part of depression, when people are depressed, which hit everyone with COVID and all that bullshit. I don't want to swear and say COVID ever the fuck again. But is loneliness.
It's true. Yeah.
And being feeling like you're a part of something is what takes you out of that, being connected to people, even if it's online a little bit, but it is to be back in, events and to have these things. It actually makes people happy.
I mean, a sense of community is so important. It's a sense of belonging, sense of connection, right?
Yeah. And I think that is a big part of where we breathe as
Absolutely.
one, right? And move, and because people need to feel connected, wanted, valued, appreciated, seen.
1,000%.
All those things matter.
Does.
And a community will die without it. Right?
It's true. It's true. It's so important, and there's so many different ways that you can get involved. There really are. You can volunteer to be on a committee with the city. You can show up. There's often a lot of events that if you're paying attention, you can go to. Some of them are free.
Well, see, Sheri, you just got to go on Mainly Niagara.
That's it. Yeah.
I think your best active is your Instagram.
Yeah.
So Mainly Niagara on Instagram, Hidden Jackpots, the Viz Show. We're all kind of connected. Like I try to share you. I try, I'll share more of your stuff too. It's like get a hold of everything. Mm-hmm. But there's some cool stuff coming up.
Mainly Niagara is how I find out about most of the things that I do, like the restaurants.
Or creating them.
Yeah.
Like creating things. My friend Mike, he's the promoter for camp. I know he wanted to reach out to you too.
Oh, okay, nice.
Because he does a lot. He brings all the bands in from
I thought Rafiq was
Toronto. No,
okay.
It's Mike.
Oh, okay, all right.
And he's with I forget the name of his company. But yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, have him reach out. And by the way, literally anybody can reach out to me, and I will share if you tag me, I'll share your stuff to my stories. like the only time I won't is if it's like I don't make how do I say this? So like I don't necessarily make judgment calls. It's more of a you know, if it's promoting something that I don't agree with on an ethical level, I'm not going to promote it.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
but
you have every right to do that.
right.
Well, that's
You know,
what makes it.
I'm not a political platform by any means,
Gives
but
it
you know,
quality
I
instead
want to
of
promote
quantity.
reputable businesses.
Right, quality and versus quantity.
Yeah,
Right.
but I will. I'll
Like-
tag me, and I will share. I'll share.
Tag your at. That was so bad. But yeah, no, you will. I have shared so many things like this whole show. Actually, I didn't see your posts on I don't get my Facebook, like there's like, oh, you know, when you have to add it to your profile, like you were tagged, there was like
Right.
5 things of you guys. I'm like, shit! And I did it all this morning. I didn't see it. I was too busy at karaoke
okay.
last night. The bar down beer at Taps went down like fucking water.
Bar down lager. Yeah, that is what I had
Seriously?
at one big day.
It
That
is
good.
hibiscus.
It is good.
I have
They
not
like, a
tried it. I'll
tea.
have to get on it.
I'm not a big like I don't drink beer like but I was last night I was like, can I have another one with a glass of water? Another wine glass of water. And I had like 6 of them. Fuck, I was tanked by the time I was out there with Paramore. I'm like, well, whatever meant to burn. And then I got a bottle of wine for it. And Sheri, I'm like, Sheri, do you want me to help for this event? She's like, no, Erin, I just want you to be around. She the last one, I just
Yeah.
was like drinking and you watched the
last
door,
one-
Erin? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm singing.
No, but the funny thing was last time is you were
We had a blast.
it was so fun.
I was like on another level. I didn't want to do that again.
She was manning the door where there's a bucket of money from donations, and then she's like, "I'm gonna go up and sing." And you left the money like
Shit.
fully exposed.
No, I asked somebody to go watch it for me. I did. I had
Did you?
someone. Yeah, I would leave it.
No, it was fine. It all worked.
Yeah, someone covered for me. Who was it?
I
don't
actually think
remember.
it was Mitchell, my friend Mitchell.
Yeah.
He stepped in.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
Oh,
then you
God.
shoot,
Oh
bud.
God. That was right.
Here
I
we
did
go.
so
Here we
fun.
go. Oh my God.
I can get
it was
down with
so
that one.
funny.
I gotta get the
So
camera
funny.
out for these things.
I know. Sheri, you should have sang last night.
You know what? I gotta say, like I love karaoke, and I'm always like, get up there, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, can't do it myself.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna sing "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen. I came prepared. I'm like, this is gonna be my song. And then freaking Freddie Mercury shows
Right?
up. I'm like,
Oh, I know, right?
I can't sing Queen
Seriously,
now.
Imagine. He was like on his head and shit. I was like, he was like on the ground, like doing the pose with the outfit.
It was next level. It really was. It was great.
It was so fun.
Yeah. So it was great, but yeah. So and I also want to mention that in March of next year. So we've got the exchange opening up. I mean,
Oops.
who the F knows when that's gonna open?
The art is
Yeah,
nice.
behind the museum.
See,
there.
I think it's turned into like almost like a myth.
Yeah,
They say
Like,
it's
is
gonna
it
open.
true?
I look at that place and I'm like,
Is
am I
it
really
real?
seeing it?
I didn't know what the.
I
Art
mean,
was happening
it's gotten
with it.
pushed back so many times, and it's
Yeah.
it's been delayed multiple times, and
Is that the city? Sorry.
it is the city. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's actually it's going to be a very, very cool venue. It really is. It's going to be a huge artist draw for the area, which is great for that area.
Mm-hmm.
But I am doing like a very large scale mental health fair, and I wanted to be the first private event in there. So I have planned that event now 5 times because I
Wow.
kept getting moved back and back and back.
There's a reason for that,
And
though.
exactly. So I finally said to Clark, who runs the museum, who's overseeing the events, and just said, I can't keep planning this event. So just give me a date in the future when you're absolutely certain it'll be open. So March 23rd is the date for the mental health fair. And it's actually
Okay.
going to be a seriously cool event. Like, because
You
we
need
rented
help
out.
with that.
I do.
will help. And
I-
I won't drink. I'm actually, you know what? I want to go sober for a month. Just to try
Really?
it. Just for fun. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't drink all the time or anything, but like I go, when I start drinking, I just go.
Just
like,
go.
and I'm like, you know, I just want to give it a little.
Give it a
I want to try
space.
to go to events and not drink.
All right.
You know, just
It's
have
tough.
some water, some coffee.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I've done it. It's just, well, the late night ones are like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
but yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's not a big deal. But anyways.
Yeah, so we've rented out the gallery in the so we've rented out the main market hall in
Right.
the exchange, and then the gallery in the
cool.
museum. So the gallery is going to have, and this is covered by an arts and culture grant. So we have
Gosh.
we're going to have a whole day between 11 and 4 of events. So like Tai Chi, yoga, gratitude journaling, meditation. We have a bunch of keynote speakers lined up.
Fun.
Yeah, so you'll be able to come and find out what resources there are locally that will also support your mental health. And then
I
there's
love
going to be a
that.
vendor market in the market hall at the exchange with local service providers and products. And then also there we're going to have Willow Arts Community from St. Catharines is going to be doing an arts and crafts corner where you can it's an interactive thing.
Love that.
There's going to be a dance studio who's going to teach some dance. We're going to have live art demonstrations.
All
Sarah
in a
Carter.
day?
Pardon?
In a day?
One
Are
day.
you going to do a weekend or a day?
One day. It's going to be
Really?
a Sunday. Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's going to be a lot going on, and we have live musicians. Evan Rotella
you
is
should
going to be
have
there.
like a puppy petting corner.
Gosh, that's actually a really good idea.
That is a good idea.
How?
Yeah.
No, the most healing
Yeah.
thing is a fucking puppy.
It's true.
Or
Yeah.
kitties.
I actually,
Or like
I
the
actually know
Humane-
somebody who
Humane
has
Society
puppies.
kind of deal. Like have the Humane Society in there. I don't know
Yeah.
if you can do that with animals.
I'll have to look into it.
There,
and
I heard
see.
there was a cat cafe opening up.
I heard that
Really?
too.
I didn't hear that.
Anyone
did
have
hear
any
that.
word on that? Please message us because I want to know if that's happening.
By the way,
Where you could like adopt them.
I've heard that, but again, it's like kind of like, is this happening? Sort of an exchange type situation where like,
Is it a
is
bet?
this real? I heard that Colors by Kelly has a little like a little pub after hours thing.
I was there yesterday. I went
Really?
there and it is awesome. She does paint nights.
Oh my gosh, that's
there's,
awesome.
There's the pub crawl next weekend.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's like Taps, Camp, Kelly, Color by Kelly, and
I haven't been
Who
there. I'd like to
else?
check it out.
what am I missing?
I just saw a flyer for that
But
yesterday.
there's bands like
Yeah,
in
like
each
17
place.
bands.
And there's
That's
some
awesome.
cool like Thunderclaps at Kelly's. Alex something is at Kelly. The names I don't remember all the names.
Nice.
But it's gonna be fun for anyone who's interested in doing that and supporting the bars and the bands and
Yeah,
the
I
music
love that.
and
It's awesome.
as long as you don't litter on Queen Street, it's all good. Just don't trash our street. We're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be fun.
So, Adam,
So,
are you doing
yeah.
anything with David Green coming up? Because I know Adam used to produce David Green's show here on
Yeah,
Q.
what's happening
Yes.
with the comedy stuff with Dave Green? Well, there was like he did that. Remember the comedy nights he did at
Yeah.
the museum? Those were
Yeah, that was great.
amazing,
Yeah, we
They
sold
turned
out
out-
every show for.
and they were funny.
They were funny. He did a great job with that.
Yeah.
So I had partnered with David for that. And actually the cool thing there is that was again funded by Arts and Culture. So our comedians were paid through the grant and then we got sponsors to pay for the venue. So the ticket sales were 100% profit.
Mm-hmm.
So then I had said, I'd reached out to Kim who runs Arts and Culture and said, what do I do with this profit? And she said, you have to use it to spend on other artists. So I was able to promote Sam Marchionda. She did a show at Third Space Cafe on Thursday. And then I was able to get feet through the door at Third Space, but then also pay a local singer-songwriter who was talking about her mental health journey and her healing experience as a recovering alcoholic. And I was
Oh
able
my
to fund
gosh.
that as a result of the profits from the shows
That's
I did with
awesome.
David.
That's great.
So
That is
yeah,
fantastic.
so great.
So
So yeah,
I
what's
got-
up with Dave? Do you know?
I have to wrap it up
It's time to
because
go.
we got the next lady coming in.
No.
What time is it?
It is 12:02.
Oh wow, okay.
So I just want to thank you guys so much for everything and for being here and for what you do and for coming on the show, recording it, and everyone follow Mainly Niagara, Hidden Jackpots, and have a lovely day. Have a great weekend. Be kind. Don't litter. That's all I ask. That's it.
Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Bye.
Ciao.
Wow, that went fast.
I know, right?
I do actually want to answer to that question. Do you know what's happening with Dave?
He's busy.
Yeah. He always seems he's got something going on.
Always. Well, he's also doing the ghost tours in Niagara on the Lake still. And he should be doing the Frightmare on the Falls with me.
So Sheri.
Oh, nice. So you still see him on the ride?